Welcome back outside Gillette Stadium, everybody. My name is Mike Petraglia, joined by Christopher Price of WEEI.com, Patriots expert beat writer. All right, Chris, day number 2. Again, a lot of eyes on Jimmy Garoppolo and Tom Brady, but this time there were extra eyes on number 91, Jamie Collins, who returned to practice. It was Bill Belichick saying, really diffusing any possibility of contract controversy or injury talk before practice today, saying it was excused, everything's good. From what you saw of Jamie Collins out there, everything looked good to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first day of camp for him, and so you need to kind of take it with a grain of salt, but he looked okay. You know, we talked to him afterward. He was very short and succinct.
As he always is.
Yeah, and to the point. It's like pulling teeth with Jamie Collins and getting him to talk to us, but he was very straightforward and said, look, I was just handling my business. It was an excused absence. There's no big deal. I'm back here, back out on the field. So as I said on Twitter, it's time to power down the speculation machine a little bit, whether it's contract, whether it's health, whatever the case may be. He was here for the first day today, looked good. We'll just kind of take it from here.
Talked to Rob Ninkovich after practice today, and I asked him point blank about Jamie Collins. Is it really actions speak louder than words with Jamie Collins? And he said, look, Jamie Collins is the kind of teammate you want on the field because you get 100% effort every single down.
Yeah, he is one of the most unique defenders, not only in the league, but here on this team as well. I think when you consider his stat line over the last 3, 4, 5 years, he's only one of, I think he might be the only guy to have at least, I think it's either 9 sacks and 3 interceptions since the start of the 2014 season. I have to double check on that. But yeah, he's a completely unique defender. They can move him around an awful lot on the field. Asked him, and I understand some of the topics were discussed also with Rob. They can move some of those guys around a little bit, and they've already started moving some of those guys around a little bit. We've seen Ninkovich inside. We've seen him on the outside, Shea McClellan, inside, outside. Collins' versatility speaks for itself. I'm going to be fascinated to see how all of that comes together as the summer continues.
All the fans here in attendance, actually those paying attention midway through practice, saw something of a rarity. Not that Tom Brady doesn't show emotion, he does, but very rarely does he throw his helmet down after an intended pass for Keyshawn Martin in the end zone, and it got knocked down by a blocking pad. He throws his helmet to the ground. A couple of the pads inside the helmet come out, and Tom Brady picks up the pieces literally and figuratively. And a lot of players after the practice were asked, is it good to see Tom Brady show that type of emotion? What's your read on that?
I think it's fantastic at this time of year. I think, look, it's a building camp, it's a teaching camp, and so you're going to have those moments. I think it's interesting that was, Brady was the first guy to throw a pick over the course of camp over the first couple days. Duron Harmon got him today. Garoppolo threw a pick as well. So, you're going to have this. I think it's a fun interaction between the offense and the defense, and we saw some of that today, and we're going to see more of it going forward, especially on Saturday and Sunday when the pads go on, that the defense takes great pride and great joy in being able to make Tom Brady pissed. And so I think we saw some of that today, and we're going to see more of that over the course of camp.
Martellus Bennett also caught a touchdown pass. I think we were both paying attention, and Ryan Hannibal as well at the time, over Patrick Chung, and it was Martellus Bennett. Marty Rex.
Marty Source Rex.
Marty
exactly.
Source Rex, thank you, Chris. Putting it at the feet of Patrick Chung. There were a few other moments of competition, good-spirited competition there in practice today. Speaking of Martellus Bennett, he was asked, what's it like to work with two quarterbacks at the same time, Jimmy Garoppolo and Tom Brady? His answer was...
And he waited a beat and said, well, I've dated 2 girls at the same time before, so...
Ba-doom, boom.
Yeah, exactly. Look, it's going to be a lot of fun covering this guy over the course of the year. Off the field, from our perspective, he is a quote machine so far, and he's going to be able to continue. At least it sounds like so far he's going to be able to continue that. Also, you look what he's been able to do on the field over the course of the first two days. Look, pads have not gone on yet. So you need to pump the brakes when it comes to overall level of expectation. But if what we've seen from him the first 2 days here is any indication of what he might be capable of in this offense, no matter who is throwing him the ball, it's going to be an awful lot of fun to watch.
Postscript on that Tom Brady competitiveness theme, Chris. It was Bennett talking about Brady's competitiveness and said there's oil and vinegar and you want to, and actually, I want to get the metaphor right here. It's water and vinegar. You want to make sure you rise to the top, and that's what Tom Brady brings out in all of us. And I think really that's the essence of what Tom Brady's competitiveness this early in camp means.
You don't want to disappoint him, and we've heard guys say that time and again.
Right.
over the course of the last dozen-plus years. It's one thing to talk about the coaching staff, Josh McDaniels, Bill Belichick, whatever. You don't want to let the quarterback down, and I think that's one of the things that Bennett was alluding to when he was making that statement. So I think, again, it's very, very early. In chemistry, it's a long and steady process, but the early indications certainly suggest that the new tight end and the quarterback are on the same page.
All right, that'll wrap it for day number 2. We were able to avoid any serious inclement weather that forced practice indoors. It was light rain pretty much all day long, some clouds overhead, and the players didn't mind that, kept the temperatures a little bit on the cooler side for once. And they'll be back to day number 3 of training camp here outside Gillette Stadium on Saturday. Be sure to follow all the coverage on the It Is What It Is football blog on WEEI.com. Ryan Hannibal, Christopher Price, and yours truly, Mike Petraglia, will have it all covered down here at Gillette Stadium. He is Christopher Price. I'm Mike Petraglia outside Gillette Stadium, WEEI.com.